Hi, and welcome to the Being Forces Friendly podcast. I'm Olivia, your host this month, and I'm coming to you from the Partnering with Defence conference. Today, I'll be joined by several guests, and we'll be giving you a sneak peek into what goes on at this exclusive event. First, I'm joined by Stephen Cookbane, Director of Engagement for Defence Relationship Management. Hi Stephen, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm very pleased to be here.
So this is your first conference. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, of course. Well, this is our third annual Partnering with Defence conference. I'm really excited about it because it's my first conference, but it's also our biggest conference so far, with almost double last year's attendees. The Partnering with Defence conference is also a very important date in our calendar because it's a big opportunity for us not only to impress on business the importance of their support, but also how they can get involved and indeed the benefits that are involved in their involvement. That's why this year our theme has been mutual benefit. From my perspective, today is also a great opportunity to hear directly from business and to create something of a two-way street with them. We want to hear about their experiences and their needs, and I think this is the best way that we can support them and actually then in turn, of course, the armed forces community itself.
So you mentioned that this year's theme is mutual benefits. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means to you and how you've expressed that during the conference?
Yes, of course. Well, I see employer engagement very much as a long-term endeavour. That means that it's something that has to have a meaningful partnership approach from defence. I think employers deserve a clear understanding of what's in it for them. And I think that engaging with defence should provide employers with genuine business benefit. And so today we're expressing that theme in several ways, through the ideas of the speakers that we've had here today and that are going to be here later on, and also discussing with them various issues in seminars which will give people the opportunity to share their points of view and also to hear the points of view of others.
And what is it that you hope people get out of today?
Well, I hope they get a chance to reflect, to gain inspiration, and also to learn about the Armed Forces Covenant and the community that the Covenant supports. It's also a great opportunity for all of us to build and make better the connections that we have with business, and it's a huge networking opportunity.
And finally, can you tell us what you're looking forward to most from today?
Yes, I'm looking forward to an awful lot, but I think most of all I'm looking forward to hearing from a couple of rather inspiring veterans that are going to speak to us today. Both women and both with very different perspectives, but I think that will be an opportunity for us to showcase to employers what the modern veteran actually looks like.
It sounds like we're in for a really exciting day. Thanks again for joining us, Stephen.
Thank you very much.
Hi Liz, thank you so much for coming and joining us today and speaking to us. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what's brought you here today?
Sure. My name's Liz Coombs and I work for Deloitte, and I help run the Deloitte Military Transition and Talent Programme, which I've been doing since 2012. And so I've been to this for the last couple of years. This is the third year, and obviously because we do a lot via our military programme and we do a lot around transition, this is just a brilliant networking event and also a chance to hear, sort of best practice and the new things that are happening as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a great opportunity to meet like-minded people here today. So you've said that you've been involved with Defence since 2012. Can you tell us a little bit about Deloitte's history with Partnering with Defence and what you've done in the past?
Of course, yes. So we were absolutely delighted to be nominated for an MOD Gold Employer Recognition Award last year. Before that we held a silver award, and we signed the corporate covenant back in 2012, so I guess we've had a relationship
Over the years you've developed a really strong relationship with Defence.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what your highlight has been from today so far?
It's been a really, really good morning session. I was absolutely fascinated to hear about the professional placements that are going to take place. That was really good to hear that that's really quite developed, and it was fantastic to hear the experiences, the placement at RBS, so that was fantastic, and it would certainly be something that we'd be delighted in being involved in. And obviously it was wonderful to hear from the Defence Secretary as well.
Brilliant. Liz, thank you for joining us. Have a great afternoon. Now I'd like to welcome Paul Ivy from London South Bank University. London South Bank University are one of the newer Armed Forces Covenant signatories and have been actively working to support the Armed Forces community. Hi Paul, thank you so much for taking the time out today to come and speak to us. Could I please ask you to just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and what's brought you here to our conference today?
Well, my name's Paul Ivey. I'm Pro-Vice Chancellor at London South Bank University, and we've recently signed the Covenant, which I'm really, really proud about. It's probably one of the best things we've ever done. And even more recently, like yesterday, we applied for the silver under the Defence Employer Recognition Scheme. So we're very committed. It's very exciting for us. And actually, it's one of the best things we've done, but I have to say it's one of the easiest things that we've ever done. What was a surprise to us, and we've only been at this for 6 months. 6 months ago, we decided to aim for the Covenant.
Yep.
We secured bronze, which was easy, and then we looked at what was required for silver. And the easiest thing was that actually most of the things that were required for silver we had. We just hadn't organised it. We just hadn't packaged the whole thing. And so it's a surprisingly easy thing to put in place. So now I'm here to find out how easy other people have found it.
Right.
But more importantly, we're very ambitious for what we want to do, and we're going for gold.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't know what gold means.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm here to find out, to see how other people have done this and whether we can learn or how much we have to create for ourselves.
We will definitely find out the answers to your questions in our Going for Gold seminar this afternoon. So mutual benefits is a hot topic today. What mutual benefits have you experienced since partnering with Defence?
Well, when I started 6 months ago, I thought there may be 2 or 3 people in my organisation that would have an interest in this. We found 15 members of staff and about 50 students who we just didn't know about at all. And it's been amazing to me how many people in my organisation cared as passionately about this as I did. It's also been rather inspirational because I wasn't sure and I didn't know whether the students would be just as interested, and they have. And many, many reservists are students as well, which I just didn't know. So I think the most important thing of doing this is that I found people and groups of people and some excellent people in the organisation that I was meant to be in charge of that I just didn't know about. And so that's really borne out. And if it stops now, which it won't, but if it was to stop now, we've found those 15 people and those 50 students who are quite inspiring individuals, which I didn't have that before.
That's amazing and really encouraging to hear as well. Just one final question from you, please. What's your highlight of today been, or what are you looking forward to most of still yet to come this afternoon?
I hope there's more to come. I think the presentation we had from the ex-armed forces, a person that went down to the South Pole, I thought she was amazing, but did reflect an awful lot of the characteristics and drive and focus. Sometimes hard to put that drive into one's normal job. I think if you're facing incredible odds and you've got an inspirational journey, you can behave in a certain way. I'm trying to sort of see how that will be reflected. But the highlighter hasn't happened for me yet. This afternoon we have a session called How to Go for Gold or something like that, and I'm going to learn a great deal from that.
I think you'll definitely come away with some useful tips. We're now joined by Emma Barber from Power Networks. Power Networks signed the Covenant in 2015, and as well as having great policies for the reservist employees, they're also an advocate for the armed forces community. Hi Emma, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come and speak to us. Could you start by introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about why you're here at the Partnering with Defence conference today?
Sure. Hi Olivia, thank you very much for having me here on the podcast today. My name is Emma Barber. I am a talent acquisition partner at UK Power Networks, which is the UK's largest distribution network operator. Really enjoying the day so far. I came with little expectation, but really looking forward to the variety of sessions, and this morning's sessions have all been very insightful, lots of food for thought, and it's clear to see that 2017 and certainly the next couple of years is going to be a really exciting period of change for the MOD, but also the MOD and how they partner with organisations like UK Power Networks.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're really excited to see what the next couple of years have in store for Power Networks. Can you tell us a little about your partnering with Defence journey so far?
In terms of how UK Power Networks has been partnering with Defence, I would say that it's something that the organisation has been doing for many years really, but perhaps not in a sort of formalised or strategic way. We, over the last 3 or 4 years though, have certainly seen a shift in that. It's been something that has been and continues to be gaining a lot more focus in the business, and that's really sort of culminated in the signing of the covenant, which UK Power Networks did in 2015. For us now, it's about where we go with that. We don't want to rest on our laurels. It's signing the covenant's not just about being able to put it on our website or being able to sort of promote that when we go to careers events. It's about what we do with that and how we then grow that going forwards. We're currently a silver award holder, so clearly the next ambition for us, in line with our commitment to the covenant, is to go for gold.
Oh, that's really exciting. So how do you plan to achieve gold this year?
It's a really good question. There is so much that we can potentially do, and so much that we want to do. I think our main ambition or sort of main strategy between probably now and the next sort of 12 to 18 months is to become clearer in what our offering is to service leavers, but across the spectrum. We're very fortunate that, given the size of business we are, that we have opportunities for everyone who would be defined as a sort of early service leaver through to a senior long service officer, and it's about really defining what our offering is and then promoting that in the right way to service leavers. One of the common feedback themes we get back is, I am really interested in working for you, but I'm just not quite sure where I fit in. So I would say, in terms of tallying that up with going for gold, there's certainly going to be a project which is about supporting service leavers in understanding exactly where their skills and experience can transfer, and making sure that they make the most of that, and as cliche as it sounds, encourage them not to perhaps sort of undervalue or sort of undersell their experiences. They do genuinely have so much to offer organisations, and it's really important that they have the skills and tools to promote that in the right way.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out today to come and speak to us. It's so nice to speak to someone that speaks so passionately about supporting and partnering with Defence. And just one final question for you, Emma. What's your highlight of today been so far, and what are you looking forward to this afternoon?
Gosh, I've really enjoyed all of the sessions, to be honest. Obviously fantastic to have the Secretary of State for Defence here this morning. I felt that his talk was very impassioned and clearly is on our side. His ambition is to continue to support organisations in the good work that they've been doing. So particularly enjoyed that, and I think from more a sort of personal side, I certainly think that Kate Philps' speech was very inspiring. I do always enjoy hearing women speak about the journey that they've been on, the advice and guidance that they give, and I appreciate her speech wasn't necessarily targeted at just the women in the audience, but certainly I would imagine the female members of the audience felt that resonate with them quite significantly. So yeah, I would say yes. She was one of my favourites.
Well, I'm glad that you've enjoyed the morning so far, and I hope you have a lovely afternoon. Thank you so much for taking the time out again to come speak to us.
No problem. Thanks very much, Olivia.
We're now joined by Claire De Silva from Travis Perkins plc. Travis Perkins plc are our latest signatory. Hi Claire, thank you so much for joining us here at the conference today and taking the time out of your day to come and speak to us. Could you please just introduce yourself and let our listeners know what's brought you here to the conference today?
So I'm Claire De Silva. I'm the Group Head of Corporate Affairs for Travis Perkins plc. We are absolutely delighted and honoured to be here today as the 1,500th signatory of the Armed Forces Covenant.
Congratulations, that's such great news. So as you mentioned, and as Secretary of State has recently announced, Travis Perkins plc are the 1,500th company to sign the Armed Forces Covenant. What does this mean to you as a company?
We're hugely humbled by the opportunity to sign the covenant, really because it means so much to our ex-forces community. We have a large number of ex-forces people across our organisation, including reservists, and to have this recognition and to be able to support the armed forces publicly in this way is hugely important to our people. So that's why we're here today. That's why we're very, very humbled and proud to be a part of this special occasion today, and to be able to go forward and support the armed forces even more with our ERS Silver and hopefully Gold eventually.
So you've mentioned you're aiming for the Employer Recognition Scheme Silver Award this year. Can you tell us a little about your plans for the future and the pledges that you've made?
Absolutely. So we actively support the recruitment of people who have been in the forces and also reservists. So recruitment is a big area for us. Also continued training and support to help make the transition from the ex-forces into civilian life, so to speak. And then also the opportunity to take a period of leave when they're in our business to support with opportunities that may crop up for them who to be deployed. So we offer 10 days work placement opportunities and paid for leave as well across the organisation. And also we are working obviously to try and provide more support through our ex-forces community, which we have. So quite a number of different things that we're doing as part of our pledge, but mainly really to continue our support in every way that we possibly can, using our existing colleagues who have served their time and who are able to advise us on the best way that we can help them too. So we're very much a listening organisation in this too. So
that sounds great. And one final question for you, and I'm sure I know the answer to this already. What's been the highlight of your day today?
I think it was meeting Sir Michael Fallon. We were hugely honoured to be able to say hello to him actually and thank him on behalf of Travis Perkins PLC for the opportunity today, and for obviously for having the opportunity to be here today is absolutely very fabulous for us. So it's great.
Well, thank you so much, Claire, for taking the time out of your day, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
That's all we've got time for today. Thank you to everyone who's listened. If you've enjoyed today's podcast and don't want to miss next month's, make sure you hit subscribe on your podcast player. And if you have any questions, send them to us on Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn. Join us next month to find out about this year's Armed Forces and Reserves Day. I've been your host, Olivia. Thank you for listening.